Good afternoon and welcome to our press conference with President Lagarde and Vice President de Guindos. And my name is Wolfgang Preußel.
The Governing Council today decided to lower the three key ECB interest rates by 25 basis points, in particular the decision to lower the deposit facility rate, the rate through which we steer the monetary policy stance, is based on our updated assessment of the inflation outlook, the dynamics of underlying inflation, and the strength of monetary policy transmission.
First question is about the future. Where do we go from here? Are you still confident about the direction?
We are not pre-committing to a particular rate path.
Economic outlook, you're saying that you're expecting that exports will contribute positively to economic.
Is the recovery delayed? First of all, there is recovery. I think that's the first thing that we have to keep at the front of our mind. We went from a very low 23 to almost double the growth in 24. Now, granted, it is not at potential yet, but it's certainly a recovery. And given the job market, given the real income increase, we have good reason to believe that consumption will pick up and will continue to support this recovery process that we expect to continue.
The first one is on inflation. Your confidence in reaching the 2% target is very much based on the expectation that
the economy is still facing headwinds, but rising real incomes and the gradually fading effects of restrictive monetary policy should support a pickup in demand over time.
Are you comfortable with going on cutting rates, whereas the Fed has stopped? What impact do you foresee?
While the labour market has softened over the recent months, it continues to be robust, with the unemployment rate staying low at 6.3% in December. A solid job market and higher incomes should strengthen consumer confidence and allow spending to rise.
Vice President, so in the statement you mentioned headwinds, and GDP released this morning, of course, were below expectation, especially for France and Germany.
I think there is a view around the table of the Governing Council, and most likely the General Council as well, that reserves have to be liquid, that reserves have to be secure, that they have to be safe, that they should not be plagued by the suspicion of money laundering or other criminal activities. And as a result, I'm confident that reserves will not enter, that bitcoins will not enter the reserves of any of the central banks of the General Council.
With Ursula von der Leyen and what you talked about and how it...
But we will be looking at all sorts of information, intelligence, the famous reference to looking out of the window. We will also be looking out the window.
Thank you for the floor. Here I am.